It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. They run. First carry for Damian Harris. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down, and they go with Swift again. Down to the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage?
And this time he is in.
Yes.
DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They start the drive with Cook. Able to slither by. And now off to the races down the right side. Now look out. To the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, 92 yards. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for you.
And he won't be able to get the throw off. He's sacked. And you have to wonder why they went for it there. It remains a tie game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 1. Hurts. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They're going to look to throw. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, If someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second and 10. To the air, Allen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Allen to throw once more. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Throwing now is Allen. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2 yards to go, second down. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a give, right side, Swift. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half for Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Allen gonna throw. It fights him off. Going deep for Diggs. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 85 yards. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Allen will try to throw for it, eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Second and 9. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now second and 9. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. There he goes left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And they turn their pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. This is Smith with the ground. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 74 yards. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Hurts will throw. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Allen now looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Motion left, Smith. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good, hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. 20! And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 14-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. This is caught. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Swift into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.